Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. This week in our celebration of Child Month, we'll look at how we can protect our children from modern-day slavery. We also look at how wards of the state have risen above their circumstances to become successful citizens. Stay tuned. Your favorite magazine program starts right now.
Baby, come here. You understand, so I have to send you to your auntie so you can go to school and turn out better than me.
When I go be night time.
Piggy, come finish your work.
If you or anyone you know has been a victim of human trafficking, call 811 or 1-888-PROTECT. Be wise. Open your eyes. Spot them. Stop them. A message brought to you by the National Task Force Against Trafficking in Persons.
Have you ever heard people say money have to make? It is with this notion and the drive that some children grow up determined to work for their own. But when does that work start? Is it legal, appropriate, or sustainable?
It's a crime with many faces, destroying the future of our children. From the handcart or market boys to those working on the farms or at the fishing village, drug mules, prostitutes or nightclub dancers to street boys wiping windscreens, child labor takes many different forms, which all amount to one thing.
Activities that would deprive them of their educational opportunities. It would either cause them to leave school prematurely or they would be forced to combine both school and work.
Putting our children to work is illegal and should never be allowed. Jamaica has joined forces with other countries to prevent and stop this abuse. The Child Labor Unit in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security plays an integral role in addressing issues of child labor. Its main focus: preventing the engagement of children in work or activities that adversely affect their development.
What we would consider to be unacceptable work, any process or any work that is morally, physically, psychologically harmful to the child.
Jamaica is a signatory to the International Labour Organization conventions which deal with the worst forms of labor. Convention 138 provides for a minimum age for employment, and Convention 182 sets out the rights of the child, a document which led to Jamaica's Child Care and Protection Act.
Subsequently, we have had several more pieces of legislation which undergirds and addresses more directly some of the issues that we would consider to be the worst forms of child labor, which would be commercial sexual exploitation and the general sexual exploitation of our children. We have signed on to the optional protocols to the Convention on the Rights of the Child, and those spoke to pornographic involvement.
Under Jamaican law, no child under the age of 13 is supposed to be employed. However, between the ages of 13 and 15, they can be engaged in light work under conditions which are clearly defined by the ministry. Still, not all work is bad for children. Child labor should never be confused with normal activities or chores that may enhance their well-being. A 2002 survey showed that approximately 16,000 children were engaged in some form of economic activity. Recent inspections revealed a decline in that number, but ministry officials say there is no room for complacency. Constant monitoring, both by the authorities and the general public, is essential. Enforcing the law is critical. The penalty for putting a child to work is significant.
Persons can find themselves either before a resident magistrate, and you can be fined 500,000, or it could be both, fine and imprisonment, or a fine of up to $500,000 or 6 months in prison.
Labor inspectors in the ministry's child labor unit are constantly in the field, monitoring to ensure employers abide by the rules. Keeping children in school and out of the working environment is everybody's business. Currently, there are national programs such as the expanded social safety net to help parents keep their children in the classroom. And that's exactly where they belong, not on the streets or in factories in harm's way. Indeed, it takes a village to raise a child. So let's be our brother's keeper and help stamp out child labor. How?
When you identify a child that is obviously in a place where they're not supposed to be, that we take the responsibility to inquire, why are you here? If you see a child that is not attending school on a regular basis, they're somewhere else when they're supposed to be in school, it should raise a red flag that I probably should try and find out. And if you can confirm, not necessarily, but report it to the relevant authorities, that the necessary intervention can be undertaken.
Children have a right to enjoy their childhood, a right to be protected from all forms of abuse. Let's protect them. Let's protect them.
Now I speak life over this country, and we cancel every untimely death. No more you pick them and go turn worthless, and faith will find money for send them go you take. I declare the greatest scrap of future leaders rising up from this generation of youth. Holy men and women, visionaries here, we speak it, and there must be a godly fruit. So for the next 50 years of our claim to fame, say make this one thing remain. When we say, Eternal Father, bless our land and guide us in the Father's name. Keep watching Jamaica Magazine.
We have a subculture that supports those who do not inform, an anti-informer culture that pervades our entire society that we must break down.
She believed she could make a change. She believed she could be the difference among her peers. She believed it, and she achieved it. Meet former ward of the state, Athoy Neal.
Hi, my name is Athoy Neal. I am the marketing assistant at Bashco Trading, and I am a former ward of the state. I was probably about 16 when I went to Wortley Girls' Home. The reason for going there, I was being abused as a child from I was age 8, and I was afraid to talk about it until I reached 16. I was taken from a school, and they decided that going back to the home would not have been the perfect place for me at the moment. My abuse was more sexual. It affected me emotionally. I didn't like people coming near me. I ever like talking to people. I preferred to stay by myself and listen to my music. It was recommended that I see a counselor at CDA, but then my first reaction to it was, hell no. I am not going to see a counselor because I'm not a crazy person. It took my counselor probably about 3-4 months before she actually got something out of me. I'd normally go there, she asked me questions, I asked her about the same questions, but she was very patient, and I think she is the best counselor that any child that has been traumatized can have.
Generally, counseling support is provided through our Children and Family Support Unit, and they do counseling, direct counseling with the children. We have an MOU with Microcare, who offers counseling support for our wards free of cost and for our staff at reduced cost. We also do referrals to the Victim Services Division of the Ministry of Justice, and we also do referrals to the Child Guidance Clinic. Those who need more intensive therapy, or our psychologists do provide some intervention, and also the Child Guidance Clinic.
Omar, can you help me with this? I need you to help me to word the contract properly.
No problem.
I did a soft copy and send it to you. The marketing department has exposed me a lot. As I get more experience, I get to learn new stuff. I have a time when I speak very bad, and Alison would say, "No, Athoy, that's not how you say it," and she'd correct me, and I'm very appreciative of these corrections. I was sending an email, and my boss said to me, "Why do you send your email so over formally?" I was like, huh? He's like, it's too formal, you know? So he was there teaching me how to send a proper email.
Athoy has a way of applying herself almost for the goal of gaining experience, if not for the task itself, to gain experience and to learn how to improve herself. And she's wonderful. For all of the things she's been through in her life and all of her experiences, she brings all of that together, making herself such a solid person that you can depend on, that you can count on to get things done, to address the issue, to listen, to apply herself to whatever it is she's doing. And it is fantastic what she has become, and who knows where she'll get to next. I just hope she'll continue to work with me.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise.
I feel amazing. There are several reasons why I can tell you why I feel amazing. I feel I've grown a lot. I've more matured. And I think, one, persons would say it's unfortunate, but I say everything happens for a reason. Had I not gone through what I went through, I wouldn't be able to assist young girls with things that they're going through or they have been through. I met a lady, she's probably in her 40s. She went through something similar. First time she spoke about it was with me. You know, you've been holding stuff like that in you for so long, and you just never talk until you hear somebody come out, somebody strong enough to come out and talk. Allow no man or woman take anything from you. Allow nobody to take your happiness. Know that you can be better. You can be whatever you want to be. Don't be what somebody wants you to be. Be what you want to be.
Yet still I grow.
More life.
More memories.
More moments.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases. Get active, eat healthy. You can protect yourself from high blood pressure, obesity, asthma, certain cancer diseases, and more.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. We don't want that now, do we? Check this out.
The issue of physical exercise in school is something that we will be discussing with our JTA colleagues and teachers, because the challenge is when we look at the curriculum, as I've been explaining to persons, that we just have to be creative, because physical activity does not necessarily mean you have to have PE as a session or teach physical education. It is having within our school a culture that have physical activities for students and our staff members to do. Now, within the actual delivery of our lessons, how do we engender and promote physical activities, whether inside the classroom or taking our children outside the classroom, even in terms of our assessment, how we promote play and activities as part of our instruction. So they are not separate, but they are complementary, because there are activities that students can do based on the direction we give them as teachers that can form part of our assessment regime. We have to organize for them to have a lot of physical activities at school and make learning fun. Of course, we can use the concepts of running or walking long distances and the lifting of weights to teach basic concepts about math and science. When we help our children to make the link, therefore, between the theory and the practical and the application, real education would then have taken place. Our classes and our schools are so boring. And the kids, so why do you think they're always want to go on and play computer games and all? They always want to play. Kids like to play. So that's why we're encouraging more for our schools to look at having some of the physical activities at all levels, right up to grade 13 and at the university. Over the past decade, in study after study in animals and people, exercise has been shown to improve the ability to learn and remember, memory. With our young people's preference for computer games and a more sedentary lifestyle, obesity and lethargy have increased among the youth. So, in Jamaica, that is obviously becoming a problem. Exercising physical health is going to transmit to sound mind. Physical fitness, sound mind, learning is going to be far more optimized. And we as teachers and so on, not only are we going to be more energetic, we're going to be less miserable, more tolerant, more loving, and oh, happy we all will be.
Well, I consider myself as a typical youth.
Friends, sports.
Golfing, well, not so typical, but I enjoy the sport.
Average social life and vision for the future.
I want to go straight down in depth of the culinary, which is, I'm going to do level 4, which is the executive chef level. So I'll be going straight up to the top. I'm Chef Garfield Jr. from Hartress NTA, Boys Town to be exact. After high school, I met a close friend, which of my sister, Alex White. I don't know that Alex the Great. He started bringing me on events because I told him that I'm interested in food, and he was at a higher level, a way higher level. So while traveling with him around places, I learned a lot. He was a great mentor. Today I'll be cooking octopus wrapped in spring roll. So we're starting with the onions. We'll put this in the bowl. So here we have the octopus. Freeze a day before. It's kind of tender because I bought it tender. So we're just going to blanch it in the water. Going to do this 4 times.
The Heart Trust NTA was established in 1982 to satisfy the demand for solutions to the persistent problem of underdevelopment in the country. Fast forward to 2017, where the institution has maintained that mandate and has been shaping the lives of many youth through technical and vocational training.
Garfield came here, he joined the food prep level 3, which is a chef de partie, actually being prepared as a supervisor. I walked in the lab one day and here was this young man at work. What I saw him was doing, they usually are not that exposed already. You know, I saw this young man creating this, and I said, why are you? You're not a level 3. And he said, yes, I'm a level 3. Having Garfield here at Boys Town was a plus. We have had many before him, but Garfield has come and he has put his mark.
Boys Town is more into the practical, Heart is more into practical, and it has given me a drive, open opportunity because
he was selected to represent Jamaica in the first International TVET Youth Forum during World Skills Abu Dhabi 2017 on October 14 and 15. This event was the first of its kind and a unique opportunity for young professionals to shape the future of skills.
And that is an opportunity based from Taste of Jamaica.
Organized annually by the Culinary Federation of Jamaica, CFJ. It features cook-offs in more than 18 categories. Taste of Jamaica is geared towards promoting and showcasing the country's most talented through a mix of competition. Garfield entered in the category CPJ Beef Competition, where he walked away with silver in the 2016 staging of the event.
It was really a big move because I was competing against the sous chef of Sandals, and a sous chef of Sandals for a level 3 person and you're probably level 5 or 4. So it was a big move.
You rarely find young people with the passion and also the drive to endure and to keep on going. I think his advantage is that he smiles at obstacles. He's always moving on, pressing forward, and you know, just getting the job done.
For youths now, if you have a good opportunity, take it, but think about it. Definitely think about it. Secondly, if you want to pursue food and nutrition, definitely come to either Boys Town Heart Trust NTA or Runaway Bay Heart.
Now let us see him finish up the octopus spring roll.
Get that caramelized. This is Chinese favorite wrap, made of flour, rolled really thin. Gonna have some cheese in there. One strips like this. This is okay. So we're going to layer them like this. Get this in here. Over. There you go. Inside. Second.
To get more information on this program and others offered by Heart Trust NTA, you can visit their website at heart-nta.org.
Okay, and there you have it. Octopus spring roll with salsa and olive oil.
Mommy?
Yes, Zoe?
Can we read this book? It will only take 10 minutes.
Sure, sit down. Every spring, Madame Angel Wing arranges.
Do you have 10 minutes? Read with your child today. Reading with your children for just 10 minutes each day helps develop their language and listening skills, stimulates their imagination, and expands their understanding of the world. So, start reading with your child today.
When your child gets a good grade or excels in any given task, do you take time out to commend him or her? If not, my humble suggestion is to give it a try and consider making it a habit. A simple compliment can make a huge difference in your child's life. Don't make them have to wonder if you are proud. Show them and make them feel loved. Encourage them to continue doing well and help them to build their self-esteem. Our children are our future. So let's work together to ensure that they have all the necessary support to reach their highest potential and make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Our land has been suffering from immorality. The crime, the drugs, the bloodshed have only brought more sorrow.
We must change and give our children a brighter tomorrow. Let's renew our pledge to God as we work to heal our land and fellow man.
Let's join hands across Jamaica
For righteousness.
Let's join hands.
Let's join hands across Jamaica
for righteousness.
Oh, pray, eternal Father.
Bless this Jamaica land.
Let's
Join hands and hearts together
and make
Jamaica a land of love.
Thanks for watching another edition of Jamaica Magazine. Do join us again tomorrow and we'll do this all over again. Send us your feedback on today's show to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. Also follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and of course Twitter. You can download our app on your Apple and Android devices, and you can also visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more information. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.